Narcissists are coming at you, coming at you, coming at you, and you want to be able to shut them down permanently, get them out of your life. I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung. I'm an attorney. I'm also a narcissist negotiation expert, and I want to help rid you of that narcissist forever. And I have helped many thousands of people do that. Make sure that you have subscribed to this channel, hit that notification bell. I literally release brand new videos every single day because I'm on a mission to make sure that you get the results that you want. The results that you want, free tips, free resources every single day. What can you say to a narcissist to shut them down permanently? You have to understand something about narcissists in order to understand how to do this. Here's the myth. Most people think that narcissists just want to win. That myth is totally false. Many people come to me and they say, oh, they just want to win. Or maybe people think they just want money or they want, those kinds of things. All of that is wrong. What narcissists want is narcissistic supply. Supply is anything that feeds their ego. But here's the thing. There are a couple of different levels of narcissistic supply. So there's what I refer to as diamond level supply, which is how they look to the world. It is the thing that they will protect and defend at any cost. And it can be compliments, adulation. It can also be, that prestige factor, things like that. But really, that's like the premium level of supply. But then there's that dark underbelly of narcissistic supply as well, which is denigrating you, controlling you, manipulating you, making you squirm, that sort of thing as well. And that's the thing that most people don't understand. That's the thing that most people forget about when it comes to narcissistic supply. The thing is that you have to know that that is there also. And so to shut them down permanently, you have to know that if you give them any level of anything, that you're still giving them supply. Any level of anything gives them supply. If you look their direction, it gives them supply. If you breathe their direction, it gives them supply. If you give them attention of any sort, it gives them supply. If you tell them to go F themselves, it gives them supply. If you are talking to their flying monkeys, it gives them supply. If you are locked in a battle with them, it gives them supply. If you defend yourself, it gives them supply. If you take their bait, it gives them supply. All of it, as long as you're still in that web with them, they're giving them supply. You're giving them supply. So you have to understand that mentality with them. And if you don't understand that mentality, then you're never going to understand how to shut them down permanently. You literally have to think of it as like this tourniquet and cutting off that blood source, cutting off, that limb. Because if you don't understand that, then you will continuously give them some kind of oxygen, some kind of food, some kind of lifeblood. And anything you give them will give them a reason to keep coming back. And that's why, even months later, years later, sometimes you'll see that ping in your inbox, that message that pops up. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? You see, sometimes they put in their Instagram bio a Spotify playlist that that there's a reference to you because they want to see if they're going to get a rise out of you, if they're going to get some kind of attention, because they want to see, are you coming back? if you want to shut them down permanently, you have to understand that mentality. So short responses, the shortest you can go. Boundaries. You got to start off with boundaries. Boundaries like you've never seen before. I always say step 1, don't run. Step 2, make a U-turn. Step 3, break free. Starting off with boundaries, where you are absolutely drawing a line in the sand. Remember, they started off with that love bombing where they were conditioning you, and you've got to start conditioning them back and letting them know that there's a new game in town. What's going to happen when you start doing that? They're going to not like it, of course. They're like toddlers that are having a tantrum. They're going to start acting out. They're going to start getting louder, getting long, kicking more, screaming more. Pay attention, pay attention. What happens with toddlers who have tantrums? They think that they're going to get more attention. They think it's, the worse they get, you're going to give in. And sometimes people do. But if you don't, then they're always the worst right before they give up. So you've got to cut it off. Short responses, zero emotion. I always tell people, pretend like you're reporting the news. Never explain, justify, or overshare. Just the facts. Look at it as if you are observing the situation. Oh, hello. I'm now seeing you that you are talking to me. Obviously you don't hold a microphone, but you kind of like pretend like you are. You're just observing the situation. Never defend yourself. When you defend yourself, you're actually giving the other person credence. You're actually giving life to their ridiculous arguments. You don't need to defend yourself. When they send long emails, long texts, look for the one thing that you need to respond to and just respond to that. And as to the rest of it, you can say, I deny what is in this email, everything that you just said. And I am responding to the one thing that I need to respond to, which is that, our child can be picked up on Wednesday at 4:00. And that's it. That's all you need to do. As far as, responding, you don't need to respond right away most of the time. You can take your time responding a lot of times, or you can take a breath before you even need to respond. Sometimes, even if you're standing in the same room, take a breath, take a pause. Sometimes you can just be silent for a moment or completely. Sometimes you don't even need to respond at all. Sometimes the things that they are saying are just so ridiculous that you don't even need to respond at all. Sometimes silence will just absolutely drive them crazy. And then they start to become unglued, which will beget something that they say, which will maybe become a great resource for you down the road, a great potential trial exhibit even, okay? When you send them over an offer and then they don't respond to your offer, do not say, oh, I'm going to send you over another offer. Don't negotiate against yourself. Let them counter. You can let them know this is the offer on the table. That's it. Don't allow them to push you into anything offline, by the way. Don't say, oh, we're meeting at Starbucks and, we're going to do this at the beginning of the deal, and let them bully you into agreements, sign things off on pieces of paper. And you're not going to do that sort of thing. Okay? Don't do that. A lot of times you can just respond with very brief things. You can just say, sure, I understand that's what you think. I agree that's what you think. I mean, I agree that's what you think. It's such a perfect response. I love that response. They hear I agree, and then you've agreed to nothing. I agree that that's your opinion. I agree you think that. I agree that that's where we are at this point. That's a perfect response. Or you can just say, Sure. Okay. That's wonderful for you. I understand that that's what you think. I hear you. A lot of times you can just say, I hear you. I mean, I hear you is just doesn't say really much of anything, but then they feel heard. It's great. Just a lot of times you can just think of who your avatar would be, the strongest, most powerful person, the elite version of yourself, and show up as that person. You can, fake it till you make it. Okay. And just be that person, especially when you are needing to feel confident at that time. Just show up, be that person. Be confident because you are so ready. You're so ready, because I'm telling you, narcissists are way more afraid of you than you are of them. And the more together you are, the more unglued they become. They bank on you being the emotional one. So they want to pick at you. They want to get under your skin so that you become the emotional one and they sit there looking calm. So the more you cannot take that bait, the better it's going to be for you, because they will push the ante more and more and more. And the more you don't take it, the higher and higher and higher they're going to try to go. And you will see how it will actually become worse and worse and worse for them. All right. Communicate to them that there's a new game in town, and they will become more and more unglued. It will happen. The more you don't take that bait, the calmer you are. And hey, if you have to just be brief in your interactions with them, then that's what you have to do. But in your brief interactions with them, you do not let them see you sweat. Do not let them see you sweat. You just observe. You're as brief as possible. You are as strong as possible, because they will respect that. They will be intimidated by that. And when you go away from them, have to, that's when you scream into your pillow and, vomit in the shower or whatever it is that you do, fine. But when you're in that moment, when you're with them, you are as strong and confident as possible. You can do this. I want you to put in the comments right now, I can do this, because you can, especially if you limit your interactions with them as much as absolutely possible, because that is how you're going to shut them down permanently. And you will need support. So make sure you join my free private Facebook group. And if you're getting ready to negotiate with them, then grab my free Crush My Negotiation Prep worksheet at crushmydeal.com, because that will definitely help you. It's a free 15-page ebook that will definitely help you as well. Make sure you have subscribed to this channel and hit that notification bell, because I do, as I said, release brand new videos every single day. The next video that I want you to watch is when a narcissist realizes that you are no longer interested, because that is definitely going to help open your eyes as to what is coming next. So we're going to go watch that next video together. Remember that today is a great day to start negotiating your best life. You can definitely do this. Remember, they only win if you give in. I'm Rebecca Zung, and I will see you in that next video.